Okay. So for the first time, you're in general population, and Italian guys are definitely the minority in prison. I would assume in Texas, it's mostly Mexican, right?
Right.
So were you getting into any situations in terms of violence and so forth? The fact that you're not associated with the mafia anymore, you do have paperwork on you that you cooperated, you're not part of a gang, and things get extremely violent in these situations.
That's correct. Yeah, I did get into situations, but I handled my business. And then once, it's really a small community. As long as you fight, win or lose, it's all that matters. But I didn't have to go in there and have to, prove myself. And a couple things happened that I won't talk about. And everything was okay after that. But I never had a problem with the Mexicans. The Mexicans were never a problem.
Who'd you have problems with?
The white racist guys. The racist white. And again, I'm not racist. I'm not saying anything towards that group, but you got some people that are just, their beliefs in it, just have a different belief,
Well, a lot of times in prison, you have the gangs, but at the end of the day, from what I was told, was that when, riots break out, it goes along the color lines. This is why I remember I interviewed a high-ranking member from the Hells Angels, and he explained why there's no black Hells Angels, because he explained how there's a lot of Hells Angels in prison, and basically when the fights break out, everyone just goes racially with their group. And if you had a black Hells Angel, he wouldn't know what group to side with, which is why they decided not to have black members. So was the problem with the racist whites is because they wanted you part of their gang and you didn't want to join into that, or was it something else?
Exactly. I didn't go to jail at 55 years old to join a gang. I was in one of the biggest gangs before, okay? If you get involved in the politics, you're going to get yourself in those situations. But I know how to do time. You mind your business. You don't gamble. You don't do drugs. You don't need anybody for anything. You mind your business and you kind of find your way. If you're going to get into politics and you want to flex and you want to do all these things and stuff, yeah, you're going to get yourself into a problem. But I just did a lot of reading. You find a couple, one or two guys to do your time with, and you'll be fine.
Well, the fact that you cooperated against Lucchese, does that mean that you have a hit on you for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
So the fact that you're no longer in witness protection, you're in a Texas prison, people know who you are, and this is an environment where getting somebody stabbed or killed is not usually even that expensive. Was there any concern over your former family putting out a hit on you in prison?
I ran into people when I was in federal prison that were associated with a family. I promised I wouldn't say their names because I don't want to put them on the spot. Because if they would have told somebody they ran into Frank Gioia, they would have told them, what'd you do about it? So I pretty much confronted them and told them I ain't checking in. It's me. I'm not checking in. And we both can't be on the yard. So you need to check in. And they did.